Welcome to Jamaica Vibes Entertainment TV. If this is your first time visiting the channel, then we are asking you if you could subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. Today we are taking a look at Jamaica, of what it is, and what it can become. So stick around and watch the entire video and share this video with your family and friends. Now let's hop into the video. Jamaica is going through a massive infrastructure change. So massive are the changes that the Jamaica we all know today will not be the same Jamaica in the next 10 years. Today we will take a look at some of these changes and how they will affect the island of Jamaica and the Jamaican people. Jamaica, the tiny island of the Caribbean, is setting itself up to become a major power player for years to come. Jamaica's impact on the world is seen as a global logistic hub, and many large countries are taking notice. Jamaica's strategic location in the Caribbean is the reason why other nations have their sights set upon the country, with a population of about 3 million people for many different reasons. Situated perfectly between North America, Central America and South America, Jamaica is right in the middle of some of the busiest trade routes in the world. With the right investments and partnerships, Jamaica can begin to handle a large portions of the world trade. One of the ways Jamaica is doing this is through the power of real estate. With many investors now flocking to Jamaica to call it home because of its beautiful beaches, culture, and warm climate, is no wonder why. Can Jamaica follow in the footsteps of nations such as Singapore? It's certainly not impossible, and is just one part of the puzzle. With many developments now popping up all over the island, from luxury buyers to digital creators, Jamaica is making great strides. It's not just about selling homes, it's about creating a system and attracting investors from around the world. Please continue to watch. And if you haven't yet subscribed, how about subscribing, because by doing so you will be helping the channel to grow to its full potential. Now, let's get back to Jamaica. One of the things that has hurt Jamaica tremendously is the migrating of its citizens to such countries as the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. When these Jamaicans become successful in businesses, education, and medical science, they do not return back to Jamaica to share and teach the rest of the people who are in need of the vast amount of knowledge that they have acquired. Instead, these Jamaicans remain in the country to which they have traveled to and continue to help those countries economically and financially when they could have returned back to Jamaica and help it to grow and invest back in their fellow Jamaicans. Earlier we mentioned the nation of Singapore. Singapore, with a population a little larger than Jamaica, has transformed itself into one of the wealthiest countries in the world. Through strategic planning, investments in technology, and position itself as a major trade hub. What Singapore did was to show that it's not the size of the country but how you use what you have, and Jamaica is fastly taking notes to put itself in the same running. Imagine a Jamaica with its eco-friendly resorts, powerful local communities, creating jobs, and preserving its natural beauty. Jamaica is one of the leading tourist destinations of people around the world, drawing millions of visitors annually. From the streets of Kingston to shores of Montego Bay and the iconic Dunn's River Fall. The island has a lot to offer everyone, with its mouth-watering foods, its entertainments such as reggae and dancehall music. It's no wonder why so many people fall in love with Jamaica whenever they visit the island. Some of the changes that are happening in Jamaica at this time is the major constructions of its roads and bridges. Jamaica has been plagued with poor road conditions and bridges that needs to be overhauled, like the famous and dangerous Flat Bridge, with many accidents and vehicles flipping over on this narrow path. It's one location that needs to be rebuilt in such a way where traffic can be flowing much easier in both directions. Many Jamaicans will agree to this and can testify to as such. Other changes that are taking place on a large scale is constructions of homes, hotels, hospitals, and the education system. Others, including water, security, and communications, are just a few of the many projects that are underway in Jamaica. To many Jamaicans these changes may seem as if they are moving at a slow pace, but in all reality things are moving at a fast pace that it's hard not to take notice. China, which has invested billions of dollars in investments and developments in Jamaica, sees Jamaica as a pivotal location and strategic point that they are happy to be a part of. But what does this mean for Jamaica? It simply means that China will have a stronghold in the region and a major competitor with the United States. With a lack of investments from the United States and some of its major companies in quite some time, it's no wonder why China have seized control of this opportunity. The United States is keeping a close eye on everything that is happening between China and Jamaica, which calls for concerns. With Donald Trump now the president of the US, you can be certain that he will not stand by and let China take over the Caribbean region without some kind of say-so. Could this close relationship between Jamaica and China be one of the reasons why President Trump have decided to deport thousands of Jamaicans back to their home of origin, that could lead to disruption of the Jamaican economy in a major way? Only time will tell. If you are enjoying this video, and find it interesting, then please give this video a thumbs up, and how about leaving a comment to let us know that you would love to see more videos like this. One of the reasons why Jamaica is on the verge of becoming a major power player in the Caribbean and on the world global scene, is the news that Jamaica will begin to start piston core sampling for oil later this year. United Oil and Gas, a company based in the United Kingdom, is set to start drilling in Jamaica's territorial waters. The hope of discovering oil beneath the ocean floor of Jamaica could change its economy for the better. Just imagine with the exploration beneath the surface and a possibility of discovering a vast amount of oil that could total in the amount of 7 billion barrels of oil off the south coast of Jamaica. If this discovery proves to be true, it will become a game changer for Jamaica and the Jamaican economy. But before we start dreaming of what this could mean for Jamaica of becoming an oil-rich nation, there's a lot more we need to understand. With the news breaking that United Oil and Gas is set to beginning drilling later this year, many are beginning to wonder what does this mean for Jamaica. The possibilities of drilling had been discussed for years, but so far no definitive discoveries have been made as of this date. This new phase of exploration could mean that Jamaica is sitting on a treasure troves of oil reserve. One thing you need to ask yourself is this: why is the Jamaican government so secretive about the potential of discovering oil on its southern coast? Remember that there hasn't been any confirmation of oil being found, and if there is the slightest of possibilities, then why don't the government of Jamaica be more transparent about the whole matter? But what could this mean about the whole silence? Once again, we ask that you give this video a thumbs up. By doing so, YouTube will then begin to push the video out to more people such as yourself. So what does it mean for Jamaica being silent about the possibilities of finding oil? The answers might be right in front of you, only if you decided to take a more closer look. Corruption, that's right, we said it, corruption. Jamaica has had a reputation of being corrupt in many ways. A lot of you might remember the scandal with Petrojam, Jamaica's state-owned oil refinery, where there were findings of corruption, mismanagements, and missing funds were running rampant. These incidents has left with a bitter taste in the mouth of many Jamaicans, who are very skeptical when it comes to the government talking about big projects such as oil and gas. Add to that the present administration led by Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who has came under much scrutiny about his own trust issues. And you can see the reluctancy of the people when it comes to big projects. This isn't about oil, but it's about trust. Can the Jamaican people trust the government to be honest and transparent when it comes to dealing with matters such as this? Who knows? I guess we will all find out in due time. One example of this is the oil-producing countries such as Trinidad and Tobago, and also Guyana. Guyana discovered oil in 2015, and it transformed its economy overnight from being one of the poorest South American countries to one of the fastest-growing economy in the world. With billions of barrels of oil found off its coast, Guyana has seen major investments in economic growth and job creation. But this fast improvements has brought on many challenges for Guyana, such as environmental concerns, the fair sharing of wealth, and corruption have all risen back to the top of the surface. Trinidad and Tobago, on the other hand, has been an oil and gas producers for many decades. The backbone of its economy is its energy sector, which has provided many jobs and revenues. The country with all those success has also had its fair share of struggles, with criticism of how oil revenue is distributed, and the validity of oil prices has called for some concerns. Jamaica can take a page out of these two nations' books. It can also learn from their mistakes and put Jamaica in a better situation to be successful. In order to achieve this, Jamaica will need to produce lots of jobs for the Jamaican people with adequate pay across the board for all sectors. such as adequate pay for its security forces personnel who are very underpaid for trying to maintain a force of fighting crime and keeping the island safe. Teachers also needs to be paid a lot more than what they are getting paid, and due to low wages we had seen where many teachers from Jamaica were leaving their jobs to go seek better financial rewards elsewhere around the world. One of the key components to Jamaica being successful is Jamaica needs to start investing in its children. The children of Jamaica should be a priority for the government and private sectors alike, to ensuring that Jamaica's future will be in the hands of the children of today. A better education system must be developed, teachers getting better pay and students learning at a full capacity with books that are needed, computers, and the reduction of overcrowded classrooms. Overcrowded classrooms only leads to the lack of focus by students because there's only one teacher with a classroom of 40 students. If you found this video interesting and satisfying, then we would appreciate it if you can leave a comment and let us know. Your feedback is very important to us. One more thing. To help the channel with your support, you can donate a small contribution to help push the channel forward. Send all donations to the information that's provided in the description below, and continue to support Jamaica Vibes Entertainment TV.